Welcome back to another market update video. This is going to be an interesting one because we're going to be going through the sales and rental transactions for 2E property variants in Maple. These are the 4-bedroom end units. So behind me you can see all of these sales transactions coming in. Really interesting, the numbers that have actually come in over the last 6 weeks, but we'll go through that after the rental transactions. So there's been 14 transactions in the last 6 weeks, and they've happened between 250 to 290,000. I would say the majority of these transactions have happened between about 270 and 280. So it's nice to see these higher numbers coming in, and the market consolidating at these higher numbers. In terms of sales, we've seen a total of 11 transactions, and they've happened between 3.7 to 4.2 million, with the majority of these transactions happening above 4 million. What does this mean? So I think things go one of two ways. We're either going to consolidate at these sort of higher numbers around 4 and 4.05 or even 4.1, or the market is going to press up. If you've seen my 3-bed markets update video, as soon as we hit 3.1, we started to move up. Are we going to see a similar sort of thing? We've now broken that 3.1 number, which was a major resistance in the last videos that I've gone through. And are we going to start seeing much higher numbers coming in? So let's have a look at some of these sales transactions. So as I said, 11 transactions in the last 6 weeks. So taking a look at Maple 1 firstly, we've got these 3 transactions, which are all properties that have sold on the camel track. So of course these properties are backing onto the jogging track. That's right at the back of the community. You've got open land behind there. 4.2 million, slightly larger than a standard plot. Remember, a 2E, the 4-bed, is around just under 3,000 square foot for normal size plots. So 200 square foot bigger, 4.2, just under 3,000. That closed at 4 million. And then we've got this one here that sold at 4.1, and that was also on the camel track with a standard size plot. The next properties to sell are just opposite each other. This one's on the second greenbelt, and then the third. So this one sold at 4 million, vacant in September 23, and this one sold vacant at 4.05 million. So it's really interesting to see very consistent sort of numbers between 4 million to 4.2 in Maple 1. Coming over to Maple 2, we see some slightly different property variants. We've got one property that backs onto the entrance, sold at 3.8 million, slightly larger plot, so that's 3,275 square foot. A little bit noisy, I would say, with the daily people coming in and out of the community, but it's more private, single row. And then you've got this one here that backs onto the internal road. Just on the other side, you've got Sidra, the independent villas. So again, single row, slightly larger plots, 360 square foot bigger than what the standard size is. And that was sold at 4.03. So we've got 4 further transactions in Maple 3. You've got this one here. This is a great location. It is very close to the park, although you do back onto the entrance to the park and the side of this property. So it's not exactly on the park. 4.15 million is where that property closed. You've got this one, great location. You're overlooking the basketball court, maybe a little bit of extra noise, but essentially you've got a nice green area there, picnic areas for you to enjoy. Very close to the pool as well. And that was number 20 and sold just under 4 million dirhams. Next one here, also a property that's backing onto the internal road. This one is number 212, and this was sold at 3.7 million, and it's a standard size plot. The final transaction is this property here in Maple 3. It's a back-to-back property, and that was a standard plot size, 2,917, and that sold for 4.05. So as I said, it's going to be really interesting to see what happens, moving forward. 5-bedroom prices are pushing up. as well as, you know, all of these, but to see, you know, the lowest and highest number, well, the majority of the transactions being very close to together means that, you know, we've got good, you know, support at around 4 million. Of course, as usual, if you have any questions, feel free to contact me using the WhatsApp telephone number in the description below. I have a lot of content coming, a lot of market updates, videos like this one, and of course, property tours. So please consider subscribing. Thank you very much for watching. Take care.